Tables walk as the board gets owned. Welcome to Dad's Drafts, your new homegrown.
Hello good people and welcome to another episode of Dad's Drafts. Now it has been a while and I'm sorry, I just noticed it's been over a week. I have tried to record one but it went terrible. I went 1 on 3 and this time I took myself to a challenge and at least posted. It doesn't really matter how it goes. So even if I end up on an 0-3, so be it. I will put the video up. And if you do like what I do, feel free to click some of those buttons because it really helps. And I will say my picks and why I do them. Now, off stream, the drafts have been going okay. I've had a trophy and we've been rising the ranks a bit even after the reset. But let's see if we can get a fun and functional deck together. And, well, let's see how it goes pretty much. Alright, let's see, we have this one, a 1-mana 2/1. When this is coming to a player, create a treasure token and exile the top card of that player's library into enter, you may cast that card. Interesting. I'm sure that it's probably pretty good. There's also this Primal Odin, which is a bit more of an end turn card, and this is a very aggressive card. Now, I can imagine that this is very good. And what does dash do again? You may cast a spell for a dash card. If you do, it gains haste and it's returned to the battlefield to its own hand at the beginning of the next end step. Okay, well it is interesting. I'm just not sure which one is the best. If I had to choose, I would choose the black one, simply because I prefer to play black over red. But this is probably the better card. But let's just go for the pick that I'm most comfortable with. And that's the Primal Odin. It is a 6-drop, but I'm pretty sure that we can get a way to get to 6 mana. Now there's the Cerberus, which of course is also a red card, which would have gone well with the last one. But I think this one is actually pretty good. 4 mana 3/3 Surveil 1, and then whenever you cast your next spell the next turns, it copies it once or twice. Of course it goes very well into the spells deck. You need instants and sorceries. But I'll just take it here. We might end up in a blue-red deck. Excuse me. Now, speaking of blue-red, there are some decent green cards here. I like the Right to Shipoof. Of course, it's a card that goes into the landfall deck. Revelation is okay. I like the Chocobo a lot and the Ice Magic. I think out of these two, I think the Chocobo, Summon the Fat Chocobo, is probably the best. This goes well into any sacrifice self-mill thing. Right, the Shipoof goes best in the landfall ramp deck, which I'm not sure that I will do. So I'll just go for the Fat Chocobo, and we'll have to cut a color at some point. 1/2 lifelink. Yeah, well, I'm not going to do this, simply because it's very situational and it's white. I want to stay in the colors. And now there's a Torgal, which kind of forces, it fixes you and it ramps you, which is very good for 2/2. We already passed one of these, so I think a person next to us will also be going green, simply because we also pass on a Gardener. But that shouldn't keep us from taking the best cards possible. Now there's this Great Sword, which is very aggressive because you have to pay life. In of itself, it's a 4/1 for 3. There's a Dire Red, which is okay. Target creature for fights, target creature for removal. So it's something with sagas, which we have one of, and a 1-mana fight spell. I'm not a big fan of fight spells, but I think it's better to take than, for instance, the Dire Red or the Great Sword. So I'll just take that one. At least we have some kind of removal. My goodness, there's another one. Okay, so green seems reasonably open. So I'm going to take the Town Greeter because I think this goes well in any deck. It pretty much ensures your land drop. It kind of fills your graveyard for any useful stuff. And it seems like black-green is open enough. Excuse me. And also white. Seeing very little to no blue. Don't really like the Toad. Fight On is okay. There's also this Capital City, which I will take. Otherwise I would have taken the Fight On. It seems like we're going to end up in a green-black deck since it's very open. I'm in doubt between the Forager, what is it, Forager? Yeah, and the Clash. I'll take another Clash. We do have 2 Sagas already, probably not going to play the Cerberus. And it is, with 2 Sagas, I think it's playable. Interesting. Yeah, I'll take this. I think green has some ways to put counters and stuff. And if we can pick up some of those, I think this can be pretty good. If you play this on turn 2, and then turn 3, for instance, play your ramp spell to put a counter on something and ramp yourself, that is very decent. Phantom Train is okay, but of course you need a lot of fodder, and I think white has way more fodder than black. So I'm going to take the fight on, because if we can return one of these two, or return something that we've milled with the Town Greeter, I think that's very good. Just taking this for the off chance of us having to splash blue. And I think blue-green towns is open, because otherwise the blue-green town would not be here still. And we could still go into blue, but I've not seen a lot of blue in the pack. Black seemed more open than blue. But you know, we don't have to play these cards. Blitzball late is interesting. It's good ramp, it's good fixing. I mean, we could still end up with this one. This is something you can splash if you go red-green, for instance. We can remove these two. Okay, well, let's see what the second pack brings us. Okay, well, we're not taking that. There's this Behemoth, which is very good. I remember not taking this sometime in the first pick. There's also an intervention, but we already have 2 clashes. And since we have a Blitzball and a Torgal, I think we have the capacity to play this sooner than turn 7. So I'll take the Behemoth here, because of all the colors that I have, green is the one that's most definitely going to be played. I don't really like this card, even if you get to play it. It's very situational. Enchantment at the beginning if you had an enemy. Okay. Okay, well, I'm not really interested in that. There's another Town Greeter. There's also a Veined Treachery. Yeah, I don't think we're going red, simply because this cares about instant sorceries, which is of course the best in a blue deck or something. Maybe red-black. I'll take a Veined Treachery. I think this is a very good card. Other interesting picks would be the Town Greeter, but this one might come around simply because no one seems to be in towns. Or the Gaius of Baelsar. But Veined Treachery it is. I love the Mark quest. There's the Wanderings, which would be interesting with the Demon Wall. But I don't think we can pass on the side quest Hunter's Mark. And then our top end is already pretty good. Now I hope that this one will come around, or that we'll pick another one. Simply because some ramp is okay, and as I said before, it's very good with the Demon Wall. Will I take a T-Rexar over the Town of Ruin? I do like the T-Rexar. Yeah, I think we might get this one last pick. I'm going to take the T-Rexar, then our top end is good. And there are some, or at least there is one reanimation spell in black, which is absolutely crazy, which of course goes very well with the T-Rexar. But it has to be opened and it has to be passed to us. And I think it has to be the next pack, because I don't expect anyone to pass it on for four picks. I think we are good on the removal part. I think we just need permanents now, 2 drops and 3 drops mostly. Yeah, I'm going to take this Town Greeter over the Marlborough. And over the return, we already have the fight on, which is good with the town greeter. And one of those two might come around. For instance, the Marlborough or the whatever. I will definitely play this fight on, simply because we have the T-Rex. And then it's pretty much just a draw thing. Toss away your T-Rex for lands. Okay. Interesting. What do you do? 1 mana, I get 2/2. We do have 2 Tramplers, so this one might actually be good. And I think I'll play it instead of the Clash of Icons. I'll take the Forager. And I don't think we're going blue. Haven't seen any big bombs that we need. Nine so far. Hectice is okay. This is a difficult pick. I'm going to take the removal spell, yeah. And there's tapped whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you may put one if you do return a card from graveyard to your hand. Okay, well, we will probably get this into the graveyard somehow. Now we need 2 drops and a 4-drop, and I think we're good. I wonder if we will ever get to the second part of the saga. There we go, the town greeter, as I thought. Now I don't think I want any more of these, because otherwise I'm going to mill myself. And it is unfortunate that we didn't see the... Oh, there we go, the Precious Wandering. I was about to say unfortunate that we didn't see this, but we do. And there's the town. Yeah, so our colors are definitely open, which is good. But now I just need to make the most of it. We have a lot of 3-drops, which are all okay. We need the ramp. We've got 2 ramps. Still not sure about this Cornered by Black Mages, how good it will be in our deck. Ooh, that is interesting. Another one cares about the Chocobos. The train is of course okay. What do you do? 3 mana 1/2, you may play 2 additional lands on each of your turns. I think maybe you'll get 1 payoff from this, but mostly not. So I think I'll go for the Jenova. At the beginning of combat of your turn, put up some counter on equal to Jenova's power up to 1 target creature. That becomes a mutant. Whenever you mute, you can tries during your turn, draw cards equal to its power. So you pretty much just pump up one dude for one with 1/1/1 counter, which is already pretty good. And then if that creature dies, you will draw a card. Pretty decent. Oh, there's something that we might want to splash blue for. We didn't see the other one, unfortunately. Yeah, I'll go for the evolution. We have a lot of ramp. We have 2 towns in the correct colors. Here, I'll take the Kubu Gardener over the Chocobo, because we don't have a lot of landfall, and I want pretty much all the ramp I can get. Ooh, this is a difficult one. I think it has to be the Fenrir, actually. We can get rid of the Voyager. I think we can also cut 1 town greeter, because otherwise we will mill ourselves. Hectice, another Wandering, that's great. I want to keep blue to a minimum. And I don't want another town greeter, so I'm taking another Wanderers. Do we have... Well... I think I need more playables. As in creatures. Okay, well there's something else that we can use for the blue splash. We will probably be able to do that. Maybe this one will come around. Another town. Ooh. Yeah, I think we're pretty much settled here. Another Fenrir, wow. This card is absolutely amazing. I will take it. I'll probably... Maybe we can cut the Blitzball. We don't have a lot of ways to trigger the bonus effect. But I think we have to do some cutting. I have an interesting story about that card, actually. My opponent played, what is it? Where is it? Kane? Once. So he, what happens? I got his Kane, he drew 2 cards and he got 2 treasure tokens. But then during my turn, I was somehow able to pump it with 4. So I lost 6 life, I got 6 treasure tokens and I got 6 cards. The opponent pretty much gave up. Yeah. I think this looks good. I think this looks okay. Now we are very good on the mana situation. We have 1 return spell. I don't think I need any more of these. Do we have enough ways to return something from the graveyard to make this playable? Put a town card into your hand or a land card, so that's 2 ways to trigger it. There's the Fight On, which is 3 ways to trigger it. Maybe I should cut 1 Wanderings for the... Yeah, even if we can get it to trigger once, I think it's already good enough. Okay, let's see how this goes. No clue how good it is. We don't have any hard removal. We have a fight spell. We have a pump spell. And we have the Vein's Treachery. But as long as your creatures are bigger than the opponent's, it doesn't really matter if you lack removal. Yeah, I'll keep this. It's a bit slow. Unfortunately, no untapped land, but maybe we'll draw one in the draw step. And my 2-drop is definitely going to be black, so I'm just going to play this. And hopefully draw an untapped land to play the Demon Wall. There we go. And at least now we can find the forest during the opponent's turn if we want, or remove if you play something. Well, in that case, I might just try to play this one. Fang. And we can start jumping, or at least attacking. Don't think I care about this one too much yet. I'll just get myself another black source. So maybe a town with black? No, just a black source, and we'll play this. Attack for 2. Titus is okay, but I got a whole lecture from someone on YouTube, which I was very thankful of, that it was actually not as amazing. But it is because it's a very aggressive card. Okay, so that's something we will definitely kill. Whenever one of my birds use attack, look at the many cards. Yeah, we have to kill that. Probably with the side quest mark. I don't care about this. I'm not going to let him have 1 trigger of this. And this way we can attack him for 5. Probably the Fang, yeah. We don't have any artifact removal, so we might as well sacrifice this. Then at least we'll have it in our graveyard to return. And this way we'll still have the Fenrir thing. Yeesh. That is very painful. Very painful. Yep. I knew that he could do that, I just didn't expect him to have the syncopate. It was risky, of course. Risky. But plenty of stuff we can return from graveyard. We have a lot of ways to get into action here. Opponent has 6 mana. Only 1 blue. This will not happen for a while, unfortunately. Opponent has 7 mana. Syncopate. Sure. Wow. Okay, good game. He probably had nothing more than this, which makes it that he has very bad blockers because he can take 6 or lose both creatures and take 1. But opponent had a nice deck. Let's continue. We had 0 mana problems, we curved out nicely. One unfortunate syncopate did ruin things a bit, but it went okay. I did a sealed event a few days ago in real life with the old set. What is it? Target Dragonstorm. Got first place, actually. I'm very happy with it. But I had one match which took 40 minutes. It was absolutely crazy. Just feels good to pass the turn to the opponent with a Veins Treachery up. Potentially being able to kill his 3 mana play. Oh, well, here we don't, unfortunately. But we can still sacrifice the Fenrir with the Veins Treachery at some point if we want. Yeah, I think ramp is just simply the best. Simply the best. Let's find another green. Next turn we can play Ultimisia. And we want to fill up our graveyard. So if this dies at some point, that's okay. And this is a human, so it will actually be a 5/6. Let's just build out the board. I don't think we need the fight on anytime soon. I would like to reach the horizons for the Omega, but I think I'll keep both because we will lose some of these creatures. This will not happen for a while. And I'm fine with him killing stuff at the moment. I'm not going to block. Oh, he's not even going to attack. I'll draw cards. Okay. So that's why we kept the fight on, because we can return the Fenrir at some point. I could do it now. Maybe that's better than Reach Horizon. Yeah, I think it is, because then we can just block something. Let's do some more ramping. Maybe I could have gotten rid of the Reach the Horizon. Yeah, sure. Next time we have 8, we can do some stuff. Yeah, I don't really care about this now. Can take damage forever. Oh yeesh. Prevent all combat damage. Do we even have a way to kill that? We do have a way to stun it, but it's not amazing. So we can do a reach the horizon and play this, but then we'll take a lot of damage. Or we can stun this for one turn with the reach horizons. We can stun him for way more turns. So maybe we just have to take some damage here, which will be a lot of damage. But then at least we're settled for the next few turns. Because we can stun it for long. And we cannot kill this, which hurts. But we're taking 12 here. Okay, well that works as well. Let's try and do that first. And then just play this. And now try to fill up our graveyard, of course. Good surveilling. Need to pay 8. We're at 5. Okay. Gain some life. I'll keep up the land for if he wants to discard something. We could attack with the... yeah. Eight cards from the graveyard. That's very steep. Okay. I think it should work, right? Yeah, it does work. What do you have? He also has his own one. Okay. Well, at least we can attack this turn. Sure, I'll pay 1. And let's just tap the reinforcements. When you also gain life. Oh, that's sweet. Guess I'll just go for the tap dude. Okay, looking good. The only thing that might happen is him making some counters and then use some more treacheries. We didn't run into any of our self-mill dudes actually. The town greeters. We have 2 of them. I've had too many games where I actually had 3 of them. And it was very close, or actually got to decking myself. Alright. Game number 2 in the pocket. Let's go on. Game number 3. The deck is doing what it should do. So I am not complaining. Now please do let me know what you think of the game, of the set. I mean, any responses are welcome. And also, especially if you have feedback for me in the picking or the playing, do let me know. Okay, so normally this would be a terrible hand, but we've got a town greeter, which will definitely get us our 3rd land, and probably also the black source. And otherwise, the Fenrir will get us the black source. He might I was about to say he might counter it. Yep, there's the black source. We can get the Omega back at some point, but of course we have 0. That's a good card. I think we just go Fenrir. I want to have this Fang up for when I play the fight on, of course. But other than that, I'm in no rush. Next turn, probably Chocobo. It's also a very good card, by the way. 3 mana, 2/2, ramp 1. Crazy. And he might start exiling my stuff. So I need to make sure that I use the fight on when he has no mana up. You may play additional lands, get +1 for each land at the beginning. Yeah, I'm fine with that. If I'm not mistaken, this should work. Because we can attack with this when it has trample, which makes it very good. And we can return it at some point. So I'm definitely going to destroy his T-Rexar. And this will have trample next turn. Which hopefully does enough to deal damage. And we can return it later on. We can double spell with these two, which is very good. Play the Fang first, then return Primal Odin and whatever. Maybe the Omega dude. He does have enough to block this one. Yeah, sure. Now if he attacks with the 5/3, I will just block with the Chocobo, of course. And now I will also attack with the Chocobo. Okay. He's taking it, that's crazy. Whenever... It's not only during my turn. Once each turn, yeah. Okay, so I'll just wait. This is an instant. Fine. Wonder what he has. Alright, seems like he's going to kill my Fang. Which I will first trigger this. He doesn't have blue up, so this should be safe. Yep. This doesn't do anything anymore, right? Affinity for birds. Yeah, it's only enter. Guess we'll kill that one. Yeah, I think killing is the best, and next turn we can stun something. So let's just go for that one. And I'll attack, because it's a very, very bad blocker. We're at 15, so we can still take some damage. 4, 6, 8, yep. Oh, that is a lot of damage. Now he cannot attack with everything. Now, if only we could have had 2 removal spells. So he has to block this. We cannot give it trample. If we kill this, or stun this, let's call it that, he has to block it like that. Yeah. This is fine. Now he has to make a very unfortunate block. And we'll have both up still. 8 to block with, 14 life. Maybe the Demon Wall is not that good in our deck. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 mana. I'll probably want to use 5 here. So that he again has to do unfortunate blocks. So we can attack with both. Let's just kill the Gigas here. And we still have the 8/8. And of course more stuff. Yep. Good game. That one crazy. Very, very nice game there. So far so good. But with me mostly after the first 3 games it goes down quickly. Because the opponents become way better. But I like a challenge. I would show you my first prize, by the way. It's this Japanese card. Japanese Draco Genesis. It's actually pretty nice. Nothing to do with this yet. 3 mana, we can use the Wanderings on the Fang. I'll keep this. 2-drop, of course, would be lovely. Or the Demon Wall. Could you imagine us now top decking Demon Wall? Ooh. He milled some juicy stuff. Blueberry Towns, he's probably going to put a counter in ramp. Oh. Or put a counter and draw 2 cards, also very good. Next turn, of course, we're just going Fenrir. Wow. Yep, I'm not going to cycle this. I'll just get the Fenrir going. We do have blue, we do have double black, we don't have a lot of green, so let's just get green. I don't think we ever need, well, we do sometime need double blue, but we still have the Wanderings. We can fight something. He's going to kill the Fenrir, which I don't mind. Remove a lore counter, so we could do that. Guess we cannot do that. Okay, well at least he's tapped out. We'll just play the Ultimisia, fill up our graveyard, or do some good surveilling here. Don't need, well, do I need? I think I like both. Well, no, I don't need the land, actually. I like the T-Rexor. We won't be able to play it next turn, but we will be able to play it soon. And now the Clash is fine, actually. Fat Chocobo. Good stuff. Ours is very good at blocking. I think I want to kill the Chocobo, actually. Keep up the Wanderings. I think that's the best thing. Or we could just play the Town Greeter. Yeah, I think I'll play the Town Greeter first. Hopefully hit a forest, or is it any? Because you may put it among them. Yeah, so this is also fine. We'll just play the Fang. Now we'll just kill the Chocobo since he's tapped out. I don't want him to get too many birds for the black Chocobo thing. Not attacking. 5 cards in the graveyard. We're getting there. If he plays another fat Chocobo, this is going to be very painful. It's an absolute beating, this thing. I guess our best play next turn is just to play the T-Rexor. Okay. There's our double blue. Still need some stuff in the graveyard. And now at least we can attack pretty soon. Unless he starts killing our stuff. Drawing our fight on would be amazing here. Being able to return 2 things, get a trigger. Okay, guess we're not attacking. What did that do? Create a 1/1 here for each land you control. Okay, well, we're going to draw a card because of the Fang and the Time Reader combi. Lovely top deck. I'm definitely killing the 7/7. Attacking with the 6/6. If he wants to kill it, that's absolutely fine. He'll lose 3 creatures, opening the board for us. Yep, I'm very happy with this. He's not playing black, so I don't think he has any way to get it back. And next turn we can transform the Ultimecia, which is great. We'll have another turn. Okay, guess he's going to tap my 4/5. Yep. Ooh. Queen of Combats. Whenever a mutant you control dies during your turn, you draw a card equal to that creature's power. So we could draw 2 cards, which I think is good enough. Yep. Oh shoot. I should have done it the other way around. I was planning on that actually. I was going to put the counter on Jenova. So that was a misplay. I wonder if it transforms, if it loses the stun counters. Probably it does. So maybe I should have just passed to end step. But we don't have any great attacks. Yeesh. Yep. I guess I should draw a card, yeah. This is not a big threat. Google Gardener. There's a Demon Wall, which is nice with the Jenova. It is a mutant still. We have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. We need 8. This is fine. Exile 8 cards. Well, let's just go for the sorceries, the useless lands, and instants. And we'll have another turn. Seven menace would clear up the board a bit. We would draw 8 cards though if we make that into a mutant. So we probably shouldn't be doing that. I'll just offer the trade of the Ultimecia. Opponent's really worried about the artifacts that I'm going to get. But if I were him, I would be more worried about the cards that I might get when a thing dies. Just making sure his board is more empty. 2, 4, 6, 7. This costs 7 or 6. I'll just not play the thingy. Because the demon wall is not only at sorcery speed. So we can pump this quite big. I'll just let the Fang die here. Don't really care about it that much. If he attacks, I'll jump. We shouldn't be drawing way more cards at the moment. Would like to draw our return from the graveyard thing. It's a 10% chance. He's got the big stuff too. It's very good. He's actually got the bigger stuff at the moment. Okay. Expect him not to attack, but he could. Man. Drawing lands is very unfortunate. I'll play it. That is already a mutant, so it cannot die during my turn actually, because I'll draw myself out, I think. I just want to draw 4 cards actually. Okay. Now he doesn't have good attacks anymore, unless of course he finds a removal spell. But as I said before, I should keep in mind that I'm not going to deck myself. Oh my goodness. More 3 damages and remove. So he just gained 20 life effectively. Yeah, I'm just going to pump this to the max. Because, oh, it is, oh, that doesn't actually matter. It's not a fight spell. Yep, I think we're not going to win this. 14-23. Yeah. Fat Chocobo is not really what we need as well. Will you let us draw 5? He lets us draw 5. Damage is prevented. Why didn't he deal... Let me think. 8-12. Damage isn't removed from this creature. All damage that will be dealt to you and other permanents you control is dealt to this creature instead when this creature dies. Why didn't mine die? I must be doing something wrong. Doesn't matter. We lost. I'm not sure why it didn't die. Maybe you can help me out. Maybe I'm missing something here. I expected my creature to die so that we can draw 5 cards. But our deck was still fine. Opponent just had huge stuff and we drew some lands at the end, which was unfortunate. If we had drawn the rare of us, the black one, we would have been good, I think. We could just kill the big old dude. That's a crazy, crazy turtle. Anyway, 3-1. Let's go. Gardener. It's very slow, but I expect to draw something useful. But we have all the key parts here to win. We just need to get to the late game. Could you imagine this on the behemoth? But we might have to use it defensively. Yeah, keep those two. When it attacks, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a land card. Put a card on the battle tapped. Yeah, so he could attack with it, but he would need a trick of some sort. We just get a free attack here. And we could give something +2/+2 if it need be. Now I'll take the untapped land so that next turn we can play the Primal Odin. Maybe we could get rid of the Fenrir? No. And we can just jump the Regalia. And to be honest, we can double block it and then play this. But I'm wondering if it would be worth it. I don't think so. +2/+2. Please don't do my swamp. Oh, he did my swamp. Now I cannot play the Primal Odin. Man. Well, we do have a double green still, so we could just play the behemoth. Kill his car. I think that would be the best thing to do. Ultimecia still being a very good attacker here. Oh, we could have played the Primal Odin, but I think this is still the best thing. Don't care about the Fenrir. We can just attack into him. At this point we're outracing him. Imagine if he taps out, we can attack with the behemoth and triple its power and toughness. We need 8 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We need one more. Going to need a swamp here. Though the Fenrir, of course, is going to mess everything up. I wonder if he has something here. Do you think I should try it? I think I have to try it here. Could also try it on the Ultimisia. Okay. Yep. Good game. Ultimisia was also lethal by doubling its power and toughness. It was a risky move, but it did the trick. I assume that if he had a removal spell, he would use it before that, during his turn, for instance, when I was tapped out. But he didn't. It's all good. It's all good. Yet again, a bit slow, but I think we should be okay. Drawing a 2-drop would be great. That is a 2-drop, but of course a tad bit late. Now I think I'll play the Ultimisia first, before ramping. Very good card. Yeah, in this case I will most definitely of course go for the Reach Horizon. Find more blue and black sources where possible. Next turn we can kill whatever he plays by playing Ultimisia and using the Clash. And I hope he plays something that's worth killing. That is most definitely something worth killing. Let's keep up green. Don't think I need both of those actually. You can add mana, so just filter. It reminds me of a card from previous sets. Fight on is okay. Guess I'll try and play this. Because if he counters it, we can still use the Fight on sometime soon. And if I was going to play the Fat Chocobo, I could not in the same turn. I guess he's going to bounce it or something. Top is fine. I like that card. That's a very good move, pretty much refueling his whole hand. We don't have anything, unfortunately. But I'll just play the Fat Chocobo and... no, I'll play the Ultimisia, put a counter on it. Next turn play the Fat Chocobo. Need one more card in the graveyard. We need 2, 4, 6, 7, one more land. Turn a permanent card from your graveyard. Oh, Omega is incoming. It's going to be huge. It's going to be Omega. So opponent is tapped out. I don't think I want to if he's going to target my Ultimisia, it's not going to be great, because I can just transform it. But my fight on is going to be pretty terrible if I exile my whole graveyard. But he will gain quite some life. 8 life and 8 stun counters. Does he have only towns? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or is it 6? 6 stun counters. Well, that's still pretty big. And it will kill our attacks, unfortunately. Because of course we can no longer attack with the Ultimisia. Of course it has Menace. Artifact of creature for that player discards that card. Okay. No artifact or creature here. That is an artifact creature actually. So we could also kill it and then attack with the Fat Chocobo. Unless he of course targets my Fat Chocobo. No, I think this is fine. Good game. Very, very nice. I have to take a small break. I'll be right back. Alright, and I'm back. We're actually 5-1, going very nicely. Let's see if maybe we can get a trophy again. Would be very good. Now it's a bit later than when I started this video, so I hope I still have the absolute focus that I need to kick some tush. But I'll do my best. It will be either 2 wins or 2 losses. And I'm already happy with the 5 wins so far. Last game was pretty decent, up against a very high ranked player. And we had good enough deck. Alright, let's go. Okay, this is unfortunate. We cannot keep this. If one of these were a forest, it would have been absolutely amazing, but that's not how it is. I'll get rid of the fight on. Though, with the town greeter, we can do this on turn 3. Yeah, I think the Fenrir is still a better thing to play on turn 3. Because then we can go Chocobo probably onto turn 4. Yep, definitely on turn 4. Let's hit a town, or maybe a blue source, or both. Now I would like to find a way to shuffle our library, which we will do with the Fenrir, or number 2. Yeah, I still need double black. And the reason I want to shuffle is because I would like to draw my instant speed to return target creatures. Because I would like to play the Odin, of course. But it will probably be an attack with a Fenrir and summon a Fat Chocobo. I think that's going to be the plan here. Depending on what our opponent plays. Okay, so most definitely no attack with a Fenrir. However, no, I think we can do this. I think this is actually the better play here. It will make this 2, being a very good combination. It will put 2 counters on that, and then we can attack for 5. And of course, it will be gone next turn. But we can play either of these 2 before combat, and then put the counters on that one. And we will draw a card, which is also very, very lovely. Oh my goodness. That was some value that I didn't expect. So I want to put a counter on the demon wall. I'm not sure if I want to get rid of the fat chocobo. We could do it. And we have the fight on for instant speed, but I want to have the fang up as well. Alright, let's go into Town Greeter. Now we'll go to combat, put some counters on the demon wall. Not attack, but I will do Avenge Treachery right now, because I don't want him to have a counterspell up. Yeah, this is good. Very good. Now next turn we have 7 mana. We can go Fearless this one into Fight On if we want. Plenty of stuff to return. We can get the Odin, we can get the Behemoth. And let's be honest, we have a very good attack with this one. Though we should be careful not to put too many counters, because if this dies during our turn and we draw all of our cards, that will be very sad. But that was great value. Okay, good game. I forgot that the sacrifice enchantment trigger would also trigger the death counter and thus giving us like 6 cards or something. Yep, that was good. That was very, very good. Okay, might be the last game. If so, it will be a 7-1 trophy, and if not, we have another chance. Let's just make the best of it. Okay, we've got all the colors. Not sure if I will get rid of the T-Rex, so I don't think I will. No double black for the side quest. I'm not sure if I will get the blue or the black swords with the Fenrir. Guess I'll have to find out. Depends on what the town greeter might get us. Okay, so definitely getting the... how badly do I need double black? Or do I gain 2 life? No, I prefer just to take the swamp because I want double black. Fenrir is probably the best. Sure. We could kill that, but I prefer to be prefer the opponent to be tapped out. Let's go for the only island that we have. No attacks. Next turn we have 5 mana with double black. We have plenty of options. Could just expand the board, could play the side quest depending on what he plays. If he taps out to kill... Okay, well, I'm just taking 2 here. I think he'll play a big something. Yeah, well, definitely killing that one. And I'm not blocking, so I'm attacking. Not sure why he didn't play this before combat. I might sacrifice the treasure to make the T-Rex able to fight the chocobo. But it really depends on his plays here. Don't care about that too much. Okay. Vein's treachery is also good. I'll just keep up the treachery. I think that's the best thing to do. But we cannot double spell. Unless I play these two, which is probably the best. And I might just jump with the town greeter at some point. No, I'm going to need it for sacrifice fodder, so I'm not going to risk it. We're in no rush. If this chocobo is all he has, that's okay. I just don't want to run into any surprises. We can still kill it. And we can just block it as well. I mean, I don't care if he attacks. I wonder what he will do. He doesn't have great attacks except for the airship. And if he crews the airship, I will probably kill the other one. Ooh. Alright, I want to kill the chocobo, I think. It's a very strange attack from the opponent. I mean, he'll kill my Fang, but we have more cards. We have a Demon Wall. Okay, I guess he'll kill the Demon Wall. Let's gain some life. Don't have anything to do with the clash, so might as well play the town. Board state was to our advantage. This would be, maybe he top decked this. Of course, this would have been a way better thing to do. He must be in either a hurry or in dire need of random cards, but he's attacking for 3. And we're attacking for 8. It is unfortunate that our T-Rex-Sar will die if we fight it. But it might be what we have to do. But there are still other things that we can draw as well, which might probably make it better. I mean, imagine top decking the double power and toughness thing here. Does it also give haste? No, so we can take another beating. I assume that we avoid him from attacking at this point. He could attack for 9, I guess. But if he has nothing else, I'll just... Maybe he has a pump spell and we're just dead here, but I'm not sure what's going on here. Maybe he has a big pump spell and we're just dead. That could be the case. Or he's just attacking for 5 and hoping to draw something useful. Okay. And now we can just offer the trade with the T-Rex-R, which is fine. But I prefer to draw some action here. We got nothing so far. A lot of lands. So, doesn't really help. Seems like my T-Rex is going to die. Yep. Yeah, that's not the top deck that you want. And I think now we're pretty much dead. So many things to draw here, and you draw the 2-drop. That's very unfortunate. Okay, so he has 3 in the air, 5 in the air. He can give that +2/+2 and trample. Well, we're still not dead. this is risky. I will take 8 and hope to draw some action still. Oh, that's not what you need. Yeah, it's not enough. Yep. We just a bit flooded at the end. I think we could have had it if we drew any action. I mean, we had a lot of top end cards that we could have drawn, but fortunately we didn't. So it's the last game. Either way, we are 6-2. So either it's going to be a amazing 7-3, or it's going to be, I mean, a 7-2, or it's going to be an acceptable 6-3. Both are fine with me, but of course a trophy would be preferable. So let's make this this one count. Alex, show me what you've got. We've got all the colors. We've got a town greeter. Keeping 3-drop at some point would be amazing. But Fenrir, for instance, would be very good with the Jenova. That's big. I hope he doesn't have any return spells. Oh, there's all of the action. Not a single land. That is very unfortunate for us. Man. Yeah, we're just not attacking. But then again, the opponent also didn't play anything. Next turn, hopefully, we can attack with the 2-2. And then after that, we have some pretty decent plays, to be honest. Of course, not blocking. Now, do I offer the trade here? I don't think I do. I'm in no rush. Next turn we can destroy something, or we can play the Ultimisia. And if they kill the Jenova, we can get it back. I think we have to focus on the late game here. Very happy the opponent doesn't have this in play. Would be quite dreadful if he returned something of us. Then again, he might have some graveyard shenanigans. Opponent has 6 mana. Depending on what he plays, we might kill it, or we will probably play Ultimisia. Simply, or at least mostly for the surveil purpose. And I think I'm going to double block this. If he wants to use a trick for these two, that's fine. We can return the Jenova at a later stage. Probably an overkill or a Vane's Treachery. Well, then it's still very, very acceptable for us. I don't care about killing that too much. I'll just try to surveil a land to the top. Now next turn we can do both of these, or maybe summon the primal Odin. Not yet at 8 mana, unfortunately. But with the double Fenrir and the fight on, we might get there. Okay. Now we have 2 targets to return. Jenova and Ultimisia. Let's just go Odin, because that's an even better target to return with the fight on. Now, if the opponent has nothing to kill this, and he taps out to play 1 creature, we win the game. Because we can just return, kill his creature and do the second theme thing, Saga ability. I really hope he has nothing. It would be amazing to win with the second Saga trigger once. Guess we'll find out. Okay. So far it's looking decent. Please don't do it. Don't kill it. Okay. Now just play something big. Tap out. You can do it. Don't. Oh man. Right, guess we'll return that one. It's still looking okay. We can do Fenrir plus the fight on. We have another removal spell. Let's just find another island thing. Let's just play the... And we'll get the Primal Odin back. And I guess the Jenova. He should have... I wished he played that one. So we want to get the Odin and something that makes something unblockable. We don't really have that. I think it has to be Ultimisia because the graveyard is very full. We'll have another chance. Please play only one thing. Choose a creature an opponent controls and the end of turn creatures other than and it shows you. Okay, so nothing gets -2/-2. Can we do it? I'm going to try it. Are we going to win? Please let me attack with it. Oh, well, good game. Okay, well, we got the trophy, actually. This was actually a very good deck. I'm very happy with it. I think splashing blue for the Ultimisia was absolutely worth it. And the Primal, what is it? The Primal big dude. Didn't get to see it a lot, only in the first few games. But overall, amazing deck. Fenrir overperformed. Jenova, lovely. Love it. Well, I hope you liked what I did. If you did, feel free to click some of those buttons. And I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.
Grab the card, shuffle dreams in the palms. Dad's drafts roll heavy, we bombing like Psalms. Stacks on the table, strategies the flex. Running these lines like counterspell checks. Dad drafts in the zone, pulling rares from the throne. Mana on the stack, magic seeds we've sown. From poppers to planeswalkers, the board gets owned. Welcome to Dad's drafts, your new homegrown. Welcome to Dad's drafts, your new homegrown.